That's right, ladies and gentlemen. I am now battling tyranny 7 days a week because I know the enemy is moving fast and the enemy knows his time is short. And that means that our time is short as well. History is happening right now. You all feel it in your gut. You know it instinctively. You know it intellectually. I'm going to get into some really important news here in a moment. Then I've got huge news on Assange, WikiLeaks, saying Rand Paul and the libertarians are America's only hope, along with trailblazing alternative media not controlled, like drudgereport.com. I could not have said it any better myself. That's the truth. The whole world recognizes what's happening. That's why you've got the Republicans and Democrats coming after the libertarian constitutionalist. Because we're it, folks. We are what made America great. You are what made America great. These basic, simple ideas. Briefly, ladies and gentlemen, probably tell I'm losing a lot of weight. That's because I've been using the Beyond Tangy Tangerine tube. And it's because I have been taking my pure brown seaweed extract. They have some great brands of it over at InfoWarsHealth.com, discounted with free shipping with promo code that you can enter in there or sign up for free shipping. You can also sign up for $10 and become a distributor and get big discounts. There's a lot of specials. Just you'll find it there on the shopping cart and online catalog at InfoWarsHealth.com. Whether it's for stomach or brain or bone or heart, or for men or for women or for your brain or for, you name it, hundreds of the best products out there, the best green foods, InfoWarsHealth.com. You can also call 888-789-9277 if you have any questions or need help signing up online, 888-789-9277. They have the Cell Shield RTQ with the resveratrol, turmeric root, and other amazing things. I'm really feeling this stuff. As I talked to Dr. Walk, I said, what is most important of these hundreds of products? This is the best turmeric I found out there, and it's got a bunch of other supercharged stuff. I'm going to take it right now from InfoWarsHealth.com. And I do this every day, right at the end of the hour, usually during the break. I forgot to do it, so I said, why not do it on air and plug it? And then the Monofilin, the best brown pure seaweed at InfoWarsStore.com. They have a lot of great stuff there as well. The Monofilin's available discounted at InfoWarsStore.com. And your purchase makes the whole broadcast go around. So 2 websites to remember, InfoWarsHealth.com and InfoWarsStore.com. You can find all the books and films and the magazine and everything, hundreds and hundreds of powerful info weapons at InfoWarsStore.com. Okay, look at these articles. 95-year-old World War II vet murdered by police for refusing medical attention now comes out. Houston deputy sues woman who dialed 911. You got to love that. For mother threatened for feeding babies goat milk instead of GMO soy formula. Folks, it's child abuse to feed kids formula. They've had massive deaths all over the world from formula where their brains just shrivel up and they die. The Glober's like, oh, we overdid it. It's too obvious. Add a little protein in there, a little bit of fat. Most formula is over 75% on record sugar or high fructose corn syrup. I mean, these kids are fried. And every medical doctor for hundreds of years on record, look it up, said take goat's milk if your child won't take your milk. And the baby was growing like a weed and they're coming to take it. Here's part of the newscast right here.
Alora Jellerson loves her 3-month-old son.
He's a really good baby. He's always happy. He likes to eat.
But what baby Carson eats has caused a lot of trouble for the 17-year-old mother from Brooklyn. When the baby didn't take to breastfeeding, Jellerson started feeding him homemade goat milk formula.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, he loved it. We put celery juice in it, and he just loves that. And it worked really well with
that's enough.
His body.
We're going to break. I'm going to play the whole thing later, but it's up on InfoWars.com. If you don't brain damage your child and give them, on average, a massively smaller CC size brain size, if you don't savage them so they're a drooling zombie for us, and you give them a close mammal milk that they can take, that cultures have done for thousands of years, we're going to take them because we're terrorists. We're the filthy, murdering, scumbag, eugenics government.
Now you can watch Alex Jones live at Infowars.com/show.
You'll find links to all of our content there and a free 15-day trial for Prison Planet TV.
You can also browse the network, the InfoWars Nightly News,
and over 60 movies and documentaries all together in one place.
You can watch the Alex Jones radio show live as it happened.
So check it out, Infowars.com/show.
known for a decade, even CNN reported it, that chicken McNuggets had silicone in it. Look how good it is for women when it leaks out of breast implants. What's wrong with autoimmune disorders? Kidney problems. Well, the health ranger has gone out and had labs test it, and now it's got some type of weird fibers in it they can't even identify. So we're going to be getting him on to talk about that. Remember the whole pink slime situation? I think it's all good for you, actually. I think he's an extremist. Just giving fair and balanced coverage here. He's going to be popping in at the bottom of the next hour. Coming up after I cover some of the news, we're going to get Kevin Booth on, the amazing filmmaker. If you go to Infowars.com, you can see monster banners on the sides advertising the fact that we are the exclusive distributor of American Drug War 2. We're going to be playing some video clips. Did Kevin send you the exclusive clips to play? Oh, fantastic. So that's coming up as well. I haven't gotten into our big news yet. And I really need to get into our top stories here today. FBI admits it had documents on Michael Hastings. I knew this a few days ago, but wasn't allowed to report it till now. They've got the FOIA documents coming out today. Watson has the exclusive on that. Also, of course, they lied and said they weren't. Of course, I mean, they visited his house, but then lied and said they didn't. But if you talk bad about it, your car will blow up too. Or they'll just come to your house and interrogate you and shoot you in the top of the head. U.S. Army buys nearly 600,000 Soviet AK-47 magazines to try to drop the supply. Houston deputy sues a woman who dialed 911. Ron Paul dismantles corporate boondoggle known as Obamacare. Very important report I really need to get to. Assange says Rand Paul libertarians' only hope for the future of America. He also says Matt Drudge is essential for breaking media censorship and is the model of a non-state-run media. Didn't say it any better. That is Veritas, spoken true. You say it, Assange. It's true. NSA funds new top-secret $60 million data lab. Egypt is ascending into civil war, but don't expect Obama to cancel his golf vacation. And that's just some of the reports up on Infowars.com. And don't forget PrisonPlanet.com. And you can follow us at Real Alex Jones on Twitter as well. But the first thing I want to get to when we come back is the whole divide and conquer situation. Because I've barely mentioned this, and then had a lot of publications that I won't mention because we mention them, they get more traffic than they get in a week if we don't. You know, saying I'm anti-transgender. No, that's not on my radar screen. I'm not anti anybody that doesn't hurt innocent people. You understand that? I'm not anti anybody that minds their own business and doesn't try to run my life. See, they call it bigoted and hateful if you don't adopt the lifestyles and ideas and, you know, lollipop guild weirdnesses of the authoritarian, mentally ill left that really, by and large, are just a bunch of crazy control freaks that know that if they can get away with wild things, they can get away with anything. So I'm going to explain that when we come back. Because California passed this a few days ago. Jerry Brown, Moonbeam, signed it, and I read the bill finally yesterday. I'd seen articles, and I was like, excuse me? On a day-to-day basis, I can decide what gender I am? And back when I was in high school, I wouldn't have gone in the girls' bathroom, but I knew guys that would have. I mean, I was like Pepe Le Pew, though, when I was in high school, folks. I mean, God love women, God's greatest creation, I'll tell you. Can you imagine the perverts, what they're going to do? But the point is that's not even half of it. They're going to let boys go on the girls' baseball teams, everything, and compete against them. It's like Andy Kaufman going to be beating the girls. These people are crazy.
Jakari Jackson here, and I want to talk to you for a second about water. You know about ProPure, our flagship water purification system, but check out some of our portable water filter products at InfoWarsStore.com. The clearly filtered water pitcher. Also, for those of you on the go, we have the Athlete Edition filtered water bottle. and the RAD Eliminator Pro Filtered Sports Bottle that removes radiation. And keep in mind, we have replacement filters for all of these products. The ever-popular grab-and-go bag favorite, the Life Straw, the Crystal Quest shower filter system, and the Aquapod kit, great for mass storage of water. And while you're at the InfoWars shop, pick up a copy of our latest book, 31 Days to Survival. You can find all this and more at the InfoWarsStore.com. And don't forget, it's your support that funds our operation. Sign up for our free newsletter at InfoWars.com/newsletter.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us on this live Friday worldwide broadcast. America, but the rest of the Western world, is in a death struggle against anti-free market, crony capitalist interest that use socialism to collectivize the general population, creating a peasant class. This is the official policy of the Department of Health and Human Services, with the head of it and others calling for Maoist policies. They want a permanent peasant class in America. And they want to replace basic rights of privacy, rights to not be killed in an illegal war. All the basic war crimes that are being committed, all that is ignored now. The right to not have $85 billion a month stolen from you and given to foreign offshore banks, and Congress is told that they're not even allowed to know where the money's going, violating the Constitution, common sense, and law. Just thousands of examples we all know of the out-of-control system. And the fact that it's illegitimate, and they're rolling the Pentagon out against the people, and setting up all this face scanning surveillance and listening to our phone calls and saying the biggest terror threat is the Tea Party, and the Pentagon is preparing for war, and taking the children of casual marijuana smokers, or taking the children of people who give goat's milk to their baby because that's known as the best milk if your child refuses your milk. On and on and on. Just a manifest, predatory, tyrannical government in our face. And instead, the new rights are, if you're transgendered, the taxpayers should pay so that you can have your genitals removed. Or if you are a beach rat, as you call yourself, you should have a Escalade and eat lobster every day off of people that do work. And it doesn't matter what you do as long as you're a good little collectivist. But we're going to SWAT team people who can't pay their property taxes and take their home. And if they resist, we're going to kill them to make sure that 101 million people can be on welfare, food assistance in this country. Right at 50 million on federal food stamps alone. This is a public plan. They've done it with the American Indians. They've done it with other groups that have been enslaved, making them dependent. It's how you domesticate animals. And it's the Cloward and Piven plan from 1966, officially adopted by Barack Obama, is to have Obamacare come in, bankrupt all the smaller hospitals and HMOs and insurance companies that are creating competition for the big insurance companies, and shut down all the little clinics. Make 61% of the doctors are now announcing they're going to retire early. That's Associated Press a few weeks ago. In a national poll, bankrupt that and basically make the entire system fall apart. And then make everyone in the country who was lower middle class go to less than 30 hours a week, 29 hours a week, creating, again, a permanent peasant class under Obamacare that doubles the premiums by 2015, already a 50+% increase just in 1 year of semi-implementation. Written by the insurance companies. We have a video of Ron Paul breaking that down. I mean, that's a fact. Written by mainly foreign insurance companies to gang rape the economy. If you don't think shutting thousands of power plants down the last 5 years and doubling power prices in many areas of the country isn't shutting things down, if you don't think paying to ship General Motors to China isn't shutting things down quick enough, if you don't think all the regulations and red tape selectively put on small businesses isn't enough to shut things down, if you don't think the federal government violating federal law and not giving contracts to small businesses isn't going to shut things down, if you don't think bringing in 30 million illegals to get welfare so they can subsidize and work for below minimum wage isn't going to bankrupt things and bring you to your knees and collectivize you, then nothing will wake you up. Obama, according to the LA Times, has tripled federal raids on marijuana legal medical doctor dispensaries. Has tripled the number of raids taking people's children. It was on CNN today where they give them hemp oil, proven in major studies to have massive anti-cancer properties. Just savaging everyone, but it's okay because he's black. And if you don't like it, you're a racist. What did Sebelius say 3 days ago? The head of Health and Human Services, he said, if you don't like Obamacare, you're racist. If you don't like foreign banks literally shaking you down, you're a racist. And if you want to be a rodeo clown and make fun of Obama, you're a racist. And they said on MSNBC the other day, I'm insane that fluoride is not put in the water. Now it's not just that fluoride's good for you with the Princeton and Harvard and UT studies and 20 IQ point reductions on average and 7-fold bone cancer increases and leaky gut syndrome and irritable bowel syndrome and hundreds of other cancers increase, on and on and on. Thousands of pages, thousands of research documents, 24 of them looked at in the Harvard study. Their answer is to come on there and say Alex Jones is a liar. There isn't even fluoride in your water. Now drink it and shut up. Shut up and drink it. Gee, Colonel, none of the officers are taking the flu vaccine. I'm the staff sergeant. The guys are asking why. We all get sick when we take it. We don't have to take it. Now, do you understand that, staff sergeant? Get out of my face right now! Yeah! You understand how that works, boy? We're going to soft kill you, Staff Sergeant, and the rest of your men. So when you get out of here, we've actuaried it all out in the battle plan. You're going to be so brain damaged and screwed up, you're going to need medical help, and then we're going to take your rights away in that process and declare you mentally ill because you're the enemy, because you're a weapon being spiked, Staff Sergeant. We don't need you anymore. The robots and combat droids and autonomous drones, land, sea, and air, and under the water are all going online, and we've been let in on the winning team, Sergeant. You don't come from West Point. We've been let in on the kill grid plan. Now you understand the real program. Now you understand the soft kill, Sergeant. So you go get in a hole with the rest of your family and you die. You die for the New World Order. Ask what you can do for the New World Order. You can work while we finish building the technocracy, and then you can die. And we're going to enjoy watching you die. Yeah! You're going to love it, too. Getting a little bit excited here, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to go to Kevin at the next break coming up. Keep him a little bit in the next hour so he can take some phone calls. He really is the preeminent anti-drug war filmmaker. You can get the new film exclusively, American Drug War 2. I'm very honored he came to me so you can have the exclusive DVD release. This stuff's airing on cable, and he's very popular, and he's letting us put the DVD out to support us and support the movement. But, you know, I illustrate absurdity by really channeling for you, from my understanding, who the globalists really are. So I hope that you will listen to me, because I'm in pain watching humanity attacked by these scumbag scientific technocrats spiking the food, the water, the air with all of their anthropogenic garbage. And their soft kills, their binary weapons, all of it. It's all a big joke to them to mess with our endocrine system, to mess with our endocrine receptors. They are playing God, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm not going to sit here and put up with it anymore. And then meanwhile, oh, look, Israel. This is Live Science, Washington's blog, links through to the Supreme Court of Israel and the health minister's press release and the Israeli newspapers. Israel has outlawed water fluoridation, saying that it is forced medication and linked to cancer and lower IQ. So Israel will not be fluoridated. I guess they're bad too, MSNBC. I guess. But what do you want to bet? Just like Europe won't fluoridate and Israel's getting it out. I thought Israel, everybody says, runs everything. Why were they being fluoridated before? because the same elites over there want their people dumbed down and in a haze as well. Or obsessed with things like this. California becomes first to pass historic transgender law. CBS News, California law lets transgender students choose restrooms in sports teams. And it's going to let girls be on the boys' team, and boys get to be on the girls' team. That's right. So you're a guy with a mustache that weighs 250 pounds that can bench press 300. You're going to get to go be on the girls' softball team or the wrestling team. And you know who all the winners are going to be. Can't beat the boys? Well, become Andy Kaufman. Let's go out to break with an Andy Kaufman clip. You can beat the girls, and if you don't like it, you're a homophobe, ladies and gentlemen. Now, this is all about throwing anything and everything in your face to get rid of any gender. It's not about being tolerant. It's about being intolerant to the original genders.